Well, I don't necessarily give Kyler a pass for playing through pain. That's something that he's going to have to endure for the remaining of his career. He'll probably play almost 60% of the games in his career hurt. But, at the same time, he'll have to find a way, find the will to win. And I thought he did a great job last night. Actually, I think the Arizona Cardinals should have won the game last night. They was in position so many times, but so many flags, so many penalties, so many things ill-advised happen to always push them backwards. But, in terms of Kyler, I'm proud of him. I'm proud of the way he battled. I'm proud of the way he played through the injury. And, in my second year in the league, 2 AC joint sprains, both shoulders, sprained thumb, still had to find a way to get it through, to get it done and get through. So, these are things that's going to happen, elements that he's going to have to deal with. But sometimes playing hurt makes you play better. Makes you focus in more. It gives you more of a sense of presence around you, and things happen. You're more aware. You're more ready for the things that's going to happen or things that can come at you on defense. So, I'm surprised that Kyler continued to play through the injury. I don't think he was hurt as most people thought he was, but for him to continue to play and battle through it said a lot about him.
Well, for me, the thing is that having played through injury, Skip, at the end of the night, all they saw was a black jersey with Murray on the back.
That's correct.
And once you're out there, Skip.
And by the way, what have you always told me? If you play, you have no excuse.
You got no excuse.
All right.
And a lot of times, Mike, I don't know about you, but there's a lot of times I had to shoot shoulders up, shoot ankles up, shoot ribs up. People didn't care about that. All they saw was 84 and sharp. Go make them plays. You're healthy. And so I'm sure after he okay. People forgot all about Kyler, got fallen on in the first quarter. They expected him to make those plays. But I thought it affected him because I think they went into this game, Mike, saying we're going to throw the ball because Seattle's defense is so poor against the pass. We're going to throw. And Kyler was not able to push the ball down the field. That throw to Isabella, that's an easy up and down throw because Isabella, all he has to do is beat the corner, which he did. Now Kyler's job is to beat the safety that's going to be hard charging because it's single high safety. But because he wasn't able to get it up and down, the guy was able to make the play. But like you said, Mike, you got to make those plays. You're going to be in a situation throughout your career. You're going to have ankle problems. Your quarterback, you're going to have an elbow, shoulder, something, and you got to find ways to get it done. He didn't do it last night. 10 days is a long time off. They get that treatment. You can't go anywhere now, Skip, because you still got to get COVID tested every single day. So there's no way, you get a bye week, but it's not the typical bye week where, guys would go. Maybe they go home or go to their college or go on vacation. You're stuck in Arizona. So he'll be able to get treatment around the clock, and hopefully it's not too serious. But you can't win the game with Kyler Murray having 15 yards rushing. You can't win a game when they have 57 yards. And you damn sure not going to win a game when you commit 10 penalties for over 100 yards, Skip.
Agreed.
You're not winning games like that. They're not good enough to overcome that many mistakes, mental mistakes. So give Kyler credit for playing through it, but even if he was injured, Mike, you got to find a way to try to you got to find a way to win that game.
Find a way to win.
So before I answer, back to Michael. When you sprained your AC joint, did you sprain your left shoulder, your throwing shoulder? And if so, how did it feel to try to throw the football with a sprained AC joint? Or could you throw?
Yeah, I sprained my left AC joint and my throwing shoulder, and I have a right AC joint sprain on the other side. And I also had a sprained thumb, all at the same time. But, the will to win, the will to, just be able to celebrate with my teammates in the locker room was all I wanted. So I would go to extreme measures.
You took shots. You took the injections, Mike. That's what you did in those AC joints.
You know what? I don't think so.
You didn't take no medicine?
No, but look,
you better man than me.
All week. I got treatment all week. And understand this, Shannon, I was a quarterback, but the pain, it was tough. It was grueling pain in my throwing shoulder because, the downfield throws, the throws that was down the field, 25 yards or better, the throws that had to have velocity on them. I couldn't throw them the way I wanted to throw them now that I recollect. But just the sure will and the will, the will to win got me through. You know, I just kept pressing. You know, I did everything I could throughout the week to make sure that I could get to the game and hopefully not re-injure the injuries and just keep going. So, you know, it was tough throwing the football, but somehow, some way, being 22 years old, you know, I was able to get through it. Being 30 years old, I think I would have been complaining to Andy Reid and probably would have set 1 or 2 games out. So, you know, it's a big difference. When you're young, you can handle, you know, the punishment. You can handle everything that comes along with playing hurt.
Yeah. You ever had an AC joint problem?
No.
I had it. Dave Durst, rest his soul. I caught a 7 route at home in a preseason game.
Yep.
And Dave Durst tackled me, and I landed just like Kyler. And it did both of mine. Skip, I couldn't pick my arms up like this here. Okay. So to throw a football, I ended up getting like 3 shots. I took in both AC joints, and I got them up under the armpits. And then once I did that, Skip, I was like, I could fly. So for Kyler to be able to throw the ball in that kind of pain, you take your hat off to him, Skip, because I know what he's going through.
Okay. This has been my biggest frustration in covering the sport that you two played at the highest level. I've always wished there could be some kind of machine whereby I could stick my hand in it for 5 seconds and feel what you're feeling in your shoulder or Kyler was feeling in his shoulder last night, just for 5 seconds. Because if I could feel it, then I could gauge. I could say, well, that's not that bad. Or I could say, God, how is he even on the field?
Yeah.
And we all were born with different pain threshold, pain tolerance. Some of us have it, some of us don't. I don't know Kyler's. I'm going to think it's pretty high.
Right.
And I'm going to think it was really uncomfortable last night to try to throw a football because, to your point, I love Kyler Murray. I've watched every play he's played, I think, in college and pro football. And last night, he lost his zip. He lost the mustard on his throws. That throw to Isabella, it hung. It looked more Tua-esque than Kyler-esque because Kyler has got a flat-out cannon.
Yeah, he got zipped.
Again, I'm not saying it's quite Michael Vick's cannon, but it's up there. And he can throw it long, and all of a sudden he had no range last night because I don't think he could muster it up to throw it that far. And then they couldn't run it a lick because I think they wanted to protect his shoulder. So they took the zone read completely out of the offense. And it's not who he is anymore, right? He still threw it 42 times. And the throw to Isabella was catchable. If it had been to D-Hop, he's going to catch that ball. But Andy Isabella's 5'9", and he runs better than he catches it. So in the end, do I give him a pass, even though if you're out there, there's no excuse? I do give him a pass. And I was proud of him like Michael was. I think he sucked it up and played through it and did about as well as he could. He still threw for 269.
I mean, but think about it, Skip. You remember Drew finished the first half after his injury.
Drew Brees did.
And
he's playing with multiple fractured ribs and a punctured lung? Are you kidding me?
So
he threw like 8 more passes.
He did.
You want to talk about pain threshold?
Exactly. And I'm telling you, but like I said, that AC joint ain't nothing to play with.
No,
it ain't nothing to play with. And as a quarterback, and Shannon, you know this, any other position, you know, when you're a starter at your position respectively, you love your backup, but you don't want your backup in the game. You don't want him to go in the game and finish. It's no hate. You know, it's no jealousy behind it. You know, you just want to be the one to finish the game. And if you finish the game and you play hurt and y'all win, you want to be glorified for that. Nothing against the backup positions, but we always want to keep those guys in the backup position and ready in case they're needed. You know, other than that, as starters, you know, hurt or not, we want to finish the game.
Yeah, there's the expectation level. Skip, you're not, hey, you're going to be okay, right? Just take the week off, you know, see how you feel. Skip, they make you feel so good. Just take the week off, you know, get some rest, you know, get your treatment and see how it is on Friday. We'll test it on Friday. You know, you test like, ooh, I don't know. But, you know, hey, we still got a couple of days. You know, what do you think about this ejection? All right. Yeah, I wish you had that machine, too, that you could touch somebody and feel what they feel.
Wouldn't you'd like to have it right
I don't want to, because I know Skip had a fractured eye socket, dislocated elbow.
But maybe your pain wouldn't be my pain or vice versa.
But you have to understand, though, the AC joint for a quarterback to have to throw
Okay. Are there grades of AC joint?
Oh, yeah.
Like maybe it's a lower grade.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And then I dealt with, I covered Emmitt Smith all those years, and he was deathly afraid of the
hated
needle.
needles.
He wouldn't take the injection.
Yeah.
So what am I supposed to do?
Yeah, the tough part about a shoulder sprain, AC joint sprain, is that as a quarterback, rhythm is everything. You get your rhythm